Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Today I'm going to make a braised chicken, and I happen to find a sea cucumber inside my freezer, so I'm putting in one sea cucumber as well. You can totally omit sea cucumber from this particular dish, yeah? And just use braised chicken. Just use chicken, enough. And I have 2 chicken thigh here and 1 sea cucumber. Then I will be also putting some hard-boiled egg, yeah, which will also taste really good later. So how do we make the braise? Actually, many of my followers always tell me, Appa, my braise also always tastes a bit funny. I think along the way in this video, I will actually give you some tips on how to make a good braise, yeah. So first of all, you need to give it some natural fragrance as the fundamental. You will need some minced garlic, fresh coriander roots, galangal, ginger, and also shallot. Approximately 1 tablespoon each to start with. Then you want to give it some stronger 5-spice flavor. This is cinnamon stick, bay leaf, and 2 star anise. And not forgetting this, most of you will be using 5-spice powder. Appa is using the older brother, the big brother of 5-spice powder, which is 13-spice powder. You can get it from internet, from Shopee or Lazada very easily. Yeah? This is approximately 1 big teaspoon of 13-spice powder, 13香, right? And you will need some rock sugar. Instead of rock sugar, I'm using some palm sugar here. So of course you can use rock sugar or also white sugar, approximately 2 tablespoons. And you will need also chicken stock. Now how do I make the chicken stock? Well, if you have chicken stock, by all means use the chicken stock you have. If not, Appa is going to actually use this Cooking Appa chicken stock powder, 0 MSG, 0 preservative, 100% natural premium chicken stock powder, which is available on both Shopee and Shopee on Singapore and Malaysia. So just prepare a bowl of hot water and give it 1 to 2 teaspoons of my chicken stock powder. 2 seconds, your chicken stock is ready. Very aromatic, very natural. Let's start cooking. It's not difficult at all. Give it 2-3 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil to start with. Once the oil is heated up, we can put in the fresh herbs. Saute these fresh herbs for a minute or 2 before we continue. We will come back shortly. This is after about 1 minute plus. Now you can really feel and smell the aroma coming up. Very, very fragrant. Next thing, you can actually put in the star anise, cinnamon stick, and also bay leaf. Give it a few stir. Ooh, it's turning brownish already, the garlic and stuff. So before it becomes chao ta, you are going to put in the chicken stock. You can imagine how fragrant is this broth already. Very, very aromatic. So it's all about slowly building up the flavor. Next thing, this is the 13-spice powder, or you can use 5-spice powder. And I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of coconut palm sugar. You can use rock sugar as well. Or even white sugar. This is probably not enough to cover all our ingredients. I'll probably put a little bit more hot water. The idea is to make sure your ingredient later is nicely submerged under the broth. That's it. That's the amount. You don't want it to be too much also. You don't want too much broth. Too much broth is it will be very difficult to control the right flavor, yeah? Right, next thing. Anything braised, usually you need at least 2-3 tablespoons of light soya sauce to start with. And also you will need some dark soya sauce. Now if you are not sure as to how much to put the light soya sauce and dark soya sauce, my suggestion is put lesser than what you expected. Anything lesser is fine. Everything over, it will spoil your soup or broth. That is the tips that I want to share with you. Example, if you put too much dark soya sauce, just now I only put like about 2 tablespoons. If you put too much dark soya sauce, sometimes depending on the brand of the soya sauce, dark soya sauce you are using, it will make it bitter. That is something that you don't want to see. But you only want the dark soya sauce to really give you the nice braised color like what you are looking at right now. And the light soya sauce is to give you the beany flavor. If you really want saltiness, the saltiness should actually come from salt, right? At least let's start with about 1 teaspoon of salt. Your saltiness can come from salt easily, right? And also, not forgetting, we will be putting some Hsing wine, Vietnamese fish sauce as well. Few dashes. And that's how simple it is to create the braised broth. Once the braised broth is ready, we can now put in the ingredient you want to put in. I'm going to put in some, this is 2 chicken thigh, few pieces of hard-boiled egg, and also sea cucumber. Now be careful if you are putting in sea cucumber, make sure your sea cucumber, you know how long it can actually withstand, because some sea cucumber can melt like in about 15 minutes. Mine, the one I'm using, I know it can be cooked for at least 30 minutes, no problem. So you need to understand your ingredient always. After it is boiling, I'm going to close it with a lid, tune down to medium low, and let it cook for about half an hour. Simmer for about half an hour. Alright, the chicken has been simmering under medium low heat for the past close to 30 minutes. And I did flip the chicken over along the way, yeah, 2 to 3 rounds. And you can see the broth already reduced by itself. And the chicken already has coated with some very beautiful braised color. Oops. Very slippery. Everything should be nice. Actually, in order to cook this, 15 minutes is more than enough, but then I want the flavor to really go into the chicken itself. Therefore, I go for 30 minutes. So now, I'm going to take the chicken out and leave it aside to cool it down for a couple of minutes before we cut it. Okay, here's my braised chicken, braised sea cucumber, and braised egg. You can also put tofu, yeah, especially the traditional tofu. So I have adjusted added a bit of salt and sugar on my braised broth just now. And at the bottom, I actually put 1 layer of cucumber. And garnish this with some fresh coriander. Alright, done. Not difficult to make your braised broth taste really good. And the braised broth here, yes, I can actually put it inside the fridge and keep it for tomorrow. And just use the braise you can braise your pork, or you can even freeze it and use as a so-called old braise for your next braise in future. Up to you. So I hope you like my very simple video today. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come Cooking Appa Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.